Up about Dan and try to embarrass him, but we all know it's impossible to embarrass Dan. And I'm not much at speeches.
Here, here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike D'Antonio.
Yeah! Thank you.
Mike, stand up, stand up.
You look great, Mike. You look great. Better than this morning. Didn't look so good this morning, Mike.
I feel a lot better right now, too. In college, we used to have this saying whenever, you know, somebody wasn't doing what they should have been doing or weren't digging deep enough to join the fun party, we'd say, well, you know, the old Dan would do something, whereas, you know, the new improved Dan is awful. And so this has been kind of a theme for many weddings now. As a matter of fact, one day when I was with my current wife and we were at a party, Dan called.
How many of you had?
Dan called on the old Mike D'Antonio, and I did something that I shouldn't have, and my wife almost left me. But at any rate, what I did instead of a speech is I wrote a song about Dan, and I'd like for you to listen to it.
All right.
Now, I think I'm still being roasted. Does that mean I'm still being tied?
I think so. Can y'all hear it? No?
Move that speaker that way, son.
All right. Can y'all hear it? A long, long time ago. By the way, I was young a lot last night, so my voice is just about shot.
Normally he's a wonderful singer.
And I can still remember how Dan told me about Suzanne with a great big smile. And I knew if he had the chance that he'd try making her Mrs. Klansky, and maybe he'd finally be happy for a while. And though his complexion got much clearer after 4 years of trying, or was it 6 years of trying?
6.
He was no nearer, no magic words were spoken, his hopes were all but broken. Pretty bad, I know. Hey, I'm not getting paid for this. I can't remember if he cried when he told me that she'd be his bride, but something scared me deep inside the day the old Dan died. Suzanne's gonna make Dan a family man, gonna bear a little baby for the Carrot Top clan. And when they're born, the doc'll say it again. He'll say, this little baby's got thighs. Look at them thighs. This little baby's got thighs. Dancy Clancy's feeling kinda antsy. He wants to make his girl a Dan and Suzanne, you see, all that cutesy family stuff. Suzanne's a girl that we know real well. She likes a party and raising hell, but she can play Mrs. Clancy too. But that'll all change with the sweet perfume of Dan's old socks across the room. She'll have a job on her hands to change that Clancy man. We know it'll take a powerful witch's brew and lots of chanting before she's through. But we can't wait to see Mr. New the day the old Dan dies. And we were singing, Suzanne's gonna make Dan a family band, gonna bear the little babies for the character clan. And when they're born, the doc will say it again. He'll say, this little baby's got thighs. This little baby's got thighs. For 10 years, Dan's been on his own, and most of that time he's spent alone. But you can't blame the chicks for that. See, Dan's got a big old booming voice. It sounds like a lovesick steamship horn that you can hear from miles and miles away. Dan's gonna be the Pansy Queen in the kingdom of redhead freckled beans. None of them will learn to dance. It's just that Clancy trance. But there's one thing I must admit, too nice of people and too more fit to make a loving home there at the day the old Dan dies. We were singing, Suzanne's gonna make Dan a family man, gonna bear little babies for the character clan. And when they're born, the doc will say it again. He'll say, this little baby's got thighs. This little baby's got thighs. All jokes aside, when I'm feeling blue, I place a call to you know who. Dan's the best friend I'll ever have. He's much, much more than a nice guy. He's smart enough to tell you why things didn't work out and what to do. And in the streets of Austin town, the friends and family gather round to bless them on their wedding. And Dad's old life he's shedding. Sorry. Suzanne's been a lovely and gracious host, and Dan's one man I admire the most. So let's raise our glasses for a toast today. Everybody? No Dan dies. Now, everybody's got to help me out. Suzanne's gonna make Dan a family man, gonna bear the little babies for the Carrot Top clan. And when they're born, the doc will say it again. He'll say, this little baby's got thighs. This little baby's got thighs. We were singing, Suzanne's gonna make Dan a family man, gonna bear the little babies for the Carrot Top clan. And when they're born, the doc will say it again. He'll say, this